Look, I've been using SkinnyRx for about 3 months now, and I get the hesitation. I was literally in the same headspace. Like, is this actually legit? And there's one part of how SkinnyRx works day to day that I didn't expect. And it's the part nobody really mentions in the reviews. So if you do decide to try SkinnyRx, use the link down below because it gets you the best price available anywhere. And I didn't even know that when I first signed up, and I really wish I did. Anyways, I personally chose the oral version, not the injection. And I'll be honest, I'm not great with needles, and I didn't want that stress. The sign up was fast, like weirdly fast for something like this. I filled out the questionnaire, got a call the next day, and my SkinnyRx order showed up about 4 days later. Now, I remember opening the package and just reading through the instructions. They were pretty bare bones, like take it daily and stay consistent. The first week, I took SkinnyRx every morning and waited. I kept expecting to feel something, and I felt nothing. No nausea, no appetite change, nothing I can point to. I even went back to the SkinnyRx portal to double check that I didn't miss a step or mess up anything. But by day 8, still nothing, and I was honestly starting to get annoyed. Now, day 10 is when it finally started shifting. I realized I wasn't thinking about snacks in between meals anymore, and by the end of week 2, lunch kept getting pushed back later. I'd eat breakfast and not want lunch until like 2 p.m. Week 3 is when it clicked for me in a way I noticed. I ordered something I regularly get for dinner, but halfway through, I just stopped. Not stuffed, not uncomfortable, just genuinely done with half a plate. That's what nobody told me ahead of time would happen. Now, it's not some magic switch where everything changes overnight. It's more like a slow fade where things stop revolving around food. And I had 2 big hesitations before I bought SkinnyRx. The first was the compound medication part. I kept reading it might not feel as strong as brand name, and I worried that the quality could be inconsistent. I didn't want to end up with some watered down version. That was a real fear I had going in, but since it's working, I'd say it's solid medication. The second hesitation was the subscription setup. I read complaints about canceling being a pain. I saw one review say they still got charged after trying to stop. So yeah, I went in a little worried about that. But since I'm still using it, I can't say anything about canceling my plan, only about how it works. The appetite control was the main thing I noticed once it kicked in. I wasn't fighting cravings all day anymore. I wasn't forcing my willpower. I just wasn't that hungry. That alone made everything feel easier. I also had more energy after about a month, not jittery caffeine energy, just less of that 3 p.m. crash that I used to get. Now, my portions stayed smaller without me trying super hard, and I'd eat dinner and feel satisfied with way less. But I did get some nausea twice. Once in week 2, I woke up queasy, and it lasted for almost a whole day. Now, it wasn't terrible, just annoying and kind of lingering. Then it happened again when I increased my dose. That one lasted maybe 2 days, and then it went away. Like, my body was adjusting. After that, it settled down for me. One thing I didn't love, though, was the follow-up support. After approval, it was mostly automated shipment emails. When I had questions about staying put or increasing dose, I had to reach out. They responded, but it wasn't really proactive. Now, the weight loss itself was slow, which I guess is the healthy way to go, you know? The first month was maybe 5 pounds, nothing crazy. My body regularly shifts in about 5 pounds, but second month was another 4 or 5 pounds. It was steady and gradual, which made it feel more sustainable. And I also wish I knew sooner the oral meds take a little longer. I just didn't realize that until I was already weeks in. So if you expect instant results, you'll be a bit disappointed at first. It takes time, at least it did for me. So just make sure you expect that up front. Now, shipping was fine. It showed up on time every month. I did see a few complaints about delays from others though, but the billing is automatic, which I actually liked. I didn't have to remember to reorder or do anything like that because I would probably forget. But I still set a calendar reminder for the renewal date, you know, just in case I decided I'm done and want to stop. But what surprised me the most is how boring the whole process feels. You expect this big dramatic moment and it never comes. It's just small changes day by day and you almost miss them. Less hunger, smaller portions, and a bit more energy. Then you step on the scale much later and realize SkinnyRx meds are actually working. That's what it's been like for me. And you know, I'm still using it now, 3 months in, and I'm gonna keep going for another month or 2. And if you decide to try SkinnyRx, then use the link below because, like I said, it's the easiest way to get started and it gets you the best price.